Okay, let's get into it. We're doing a deep dive today on something called MobileProfits. You've probably seen it online, mobileprofits.co.
Oh, yeah. It's kind of hard to miss if you spend any time on, like, TikTok or Meta feeds. It's got that viral hook, the 7-minute phone trick.
Right, the magic trick. And the claims are, well, pretty bold, aren't they?
Bowles is putting it mildly. They're throwing around figures like turning your phone into a, quote, $1,089 a day cash machine.
A day. Wow.
Yeah, and they even use these weirdly specific amounts like $873.14 on a Saturday, trying to make it sound super precise and, real.
Okay, so that's the promise. But how do they sell it? I saw some of the videos. They actually look pretty slick.
They do. That's part of the trap, right? Professional production values. But when you look closer, it's just, well, stock footage.
Stock footage, like generic stuff.
Exactly.
Hmm.
Animations of money flowing, graphics of AI chips, that sort of thing. High gloss, but not much underneath.
And what about the people, the testimonials? Do we ever see anyone real?
That's another huge red flag.
Hmm.
Our source is strongly suspect, and it seems pretty obvious that the testimonials are AI generated.
No way. The voices, too.
The voices, even some animated characters they use, like this Jack Lewis guy. If they can't find a real person who made money, well, they'll just kind of invent one.
Okay, so the presentation is largely smoke and mirrors. How does the actual money part work for them, the scammers? They offer it cheap at first, right?
Yeah, that's the classic bait. You see an offer, maybe $47, maybe $67. Seems low enough to risk, maybe, and they usually mention a money-back guarantee.
Which sounds reassuring.
But it's almost always meaningless in these situations.
Yeah.
This follows a pattern we've seen before, like with the pocket-sized ATM scam, that initial low fee. It's really just to get your credit card details.
Okay, so that's not the real charge.
Probably not.
Yeah.
The switch comes after you pay that first amount.
Yeah.
That's when you might see much larger unauthorized charges hit your card. Could be, $200, stuff you never agreed to.
Right, gotcha. So you pay the small fee, get hit with bigger ones. But what are you actually buying? Is there an app? What is the phone hack?
Well, this is maybe the most insulting part. Once you get inside the members area, there's no special app, no magic hack.
So what's there?
Usually just some really basic, low-value videos. And guess what they tell you to do?
I'm almost afraid to ask.
They tell you to go to other websites, like survey sites, or maybe sign up for gig work platforms like TaskRabbit.
Wait, seriously, they charge you $67, maybe hit you for more, just to tell you to take online surveys or do gig work, stuff you could find on Google in like 2 seconds.
Precisely. It's not a system to make you money. It's a system designed purely to take your money for information that's basically free.
Wow. Okay, so the red flags are pretty clear then.
Screamingly clear.
Hmm?
Total secrecy about who's behind it, no names, no company info, no location, zero accountability. Plus, you've got those tiny little disclaimers buried at the bottom of the page, the ones nobody reads, basically saying, results not typical, or this is just an example. They hide in the shadows.
So, wrapping this up, the takeaway for you listening is pretty straightforward, I guess. Mobile profits, not legit.
Not even close. If it sounds way too good to be true, over $1,000 a day for 7 minutes on your phone,
Yeah.
it absolutely is. Always.
Yeah, always.
But, this whole thing does raise a bigger, maybe more uncomfortable question.
What's that?
It's about the platforms where these ads run. Meta, TikTok. These companies report billions, tens of billions in revenue every quarter.
Right. Massive companies.
They absolutely have the resources.
Yeah.
Yet, they allow these kinds of obvious scams to run rampant in their advertising feeds. They choose not to invest sufficiently in, say, human moderators to review 100% of ads manually.
So they could stop most of this if they really wanted to prioritize it.
It seems that way.
Yeah.
Which leaves you wondering, right, is the ad revenue they get from these scams, even indirectly, just too significant for them to fully crack down? Where do their priorities really lie, user protection or that revenue stream?
That's definitely something to think about. Food for thought there.